high above a restless city, on a narrow concrete ledge between towering skyscrapers. A fragile white egg rests quietly, holding the life of a young pigeon named Rico. The distant hum of traffic rises from far below as wind brushes softly across the nest, shaking loose twigs under the golden glow of sunrise. Day turns to night and back again, neon lights flickering across the still egg as the parent keeps it warm through cold urban air. Then, a crack appears. The shell trembles, breaks, and a tiny wet chick pushes outward into the harsh city world for the very first time. Rico emerges weak and trembling, breathing quickly as the parent gently nudges him. Welcoming him into life. Hunger comes instantly, and the parent feeds him rich crop milk, delivering warmth and strength into his fragile body. Wrapped tightly in soft feathers, Rico rests, growing stronger with every feeding as the city roars endlessly around him. Days pass, and the once fragile chick begins to change, soft fuzz giving way to emerging gray feathers. He stretches his tiny wings, testing muscles that will one day carry him through the sky. But danger finds him early. Sewer rat creeps along the narrow ledge, its eyes locked on the helpless chick. Rico freezes as the predator moves closer, step by step across the cold concrete. In an instant, the parent transforms, puffing up and striking with fierce precision. Beak slams into the rat's face as wings explode into motion, blocking every attempt to reach Rico. The struggle intensifies as the parent grips the rat and drags it toward the edge. The rodent thrashes wildly, but it cannot break free. With one final push, it slips and disappears into the void below. Silence returns, and Rico survives his first battle. Time moves forward, and Rico grows rapidly, his body now covered in sleek feathers with hints of iridescent color. Rain pours heavily across the city, but the parent shields him completely, forming a living barrier against the storm. When the rain stops, Rico shakes off the droplets. Stronger, bigger, ready for the next stage. He begins to explore the ledge, walking carefully, feeling the wind, staring down at the endless drop below. The parents teach him to peck, to recognize food, to survive in a world built of concrete and steel. Rico learns quickly, breaking seeds, tearing crumbs, drinking rainwater collected in small puddles. But the city is never safe. A shadow moves fast. A feral cat lunges from the darkness, claws extended toward Rico. Panic surges as Rico jumps back, but the attack is already in motion. In a split second, the parent dives in, colliding with the predator midair. Wings crash against metal as the fight erupts in violent chaos. The cat swipes, snarls, strikes again, but the parent refuses to yield. With relentless force, it pushes the predator backward, dragging it away from the ledge. The cat loses balance and retreats down the fire escape. Defeated, Rico remains alive, watching in silence as the parent returns, exhausted but victorious. Time passes, and Rico becomes stronger, his wings powerful, his body built for flight. He stands at the edge of the ledge, looking down at the vast city below. The wind rises. His heart races. This is the moment. With a burst of courage, Rico leaps into the open air. For a terrifying second, he falls. Then instinct takes over. Wings spread wide, catching the rushing wind, lifting him into his first true flight. The city opens around him as he glides between skyscrapers, weaving through glass and steel with growing control. He dives, turns, and stabilizes, mastering the air with each passing second. Landing safely in a park below, Rico enters a new world. Food is everywhere, but so is competition. Other pigeons gather, fighting for scraps, pushing and pecking for dominance. Rico steps forward, stronger now, claiming his place among them. He eats, grows, adapts, becoming faster, sharper, more confident. But one final test arrives. A massive crow swoops down from above, attacking with brutal force. Rico reacts instantly, dodging the sharp beak with a swift turn. The battle erupts, wings clashing, bodies colliding in a fierce struggle. The crow presses harder, but Rico fights back with raw strength and precision. He pins the attacker to the ground, dragging it across the gravel with unstoppable force. The crow struggles, but it cannot win. Defeated, it retreats into the trees, leaving Rico standing victorious. Now everything has changed. Rico stands tall, his feathers shimmering with brilliant green and purple under the sunlight. No longer a fragile chick, he is a master of the urban sky. He flies freely across the city, gliding above traffic, parks, and endless buildings. The wind belongs to him now. From a tiny egg on a narrow ledge, he has become a true survivor of the concrete jungle. The city glows in golden light as the image freezes on a fearless champion shaped by struggle and survival. From a fragile beginning to a dominant force of the urban sky, the journey of Rico is complete, and in the endless city where only the strongest adapt, his story continues.